Here is an AT&T 870 speakerphone. This is a very unusual model. It's kind of like an odd spin-off of the 2500 set. This was given to me by the letter H, and he included the Us Roboticals, the Intelligent Choice and Information Access PIN 1.015.1286 adapter. A nice little bag. Could be a good bag for screws, other small parts of projects. So this is a 9 volts AC adapter that outputs up to 1000 milliamps of the electricity. It's AC, alternating current output. And this telephone, probably from 1994, that sounds about right. Custom manufactured in Mexico by AT&T. I didn't know until more recently that Mexico does very good manufacturing. So this is probably a good quality telephone. The power specifications are not listed, which is unfortunate. So I'm just going to assume that the adapter here is the correct one. I don't see any reason why he would have supplied me with something that wouldn't work or would break the telephone. His tone and pulse selections. It looks like there might have been a model that has a pass-through on it, or perhaps there was a 2-line model. I don't like the way that fits. It doesn't grab until the very end. It might not be super reliable, but it should work at least to get us through the test. It's kind of an odd handset. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and plug this in now. It's plugged in and it appears to be working properly. Readjust the tripod for a minute here. And drop the camera down, cause a video freak show. It says line status. I don't know what that means. Maybe that means the line is missing. I will plug in the telephone line now. Let's see if it goes away. It goes away almost instantaneously. So I guess that illuminates if the line is not present. That's kind of neat. Alright, we have a horrible glare on the screen. I guess you can kind of see it on the video now. Alright, so the clock. Let's see. It's an interesting ketone. Now we need PM though. That just changed to AM. That changed to PM. So we're getting somewhere. Come on, where's the date? Let's give it something that it can't handle. It just ignored it. The date disappears after that starts flashing. How do we get the date set? There it is. Okay, so that's all set. We have a timer here. Does that have any... Oh dear. The heck does that time? I guess it's a manual timer on the of the call. I don't know why you want to just time something random, but I suppose you can do that too. And you can turn the display off. I don't know what the space is. Cannot pre-dial. I guess these each have 2 memory slots per button. Well, to say this is unintuitive would be an understatement. That's interesting. Well, I have no idea how this thing works. I guess I would need to download the manual to figure this out. Well, let's see if it at least works. Line status is illuminated again. It seems like it would get pretty loud.
Hello, and thank you for calling service office located on the campus of Brookhaven National Laboratory in Upton, New York. This office serves the New York City metropolitan area, including southeast New York, northeast New Jersey.
That's got some serious volume to it.
Coastal waters.
This is not working properly.
Press 4. For tight information, press 5. For the latest survey and marine weather conditions, press 6. To contact a member of...
It doesn't have that typical like AT&T sound that a lot of these phones did. So there appears to be an issue with the microphone. I take it off mute, we get that horrible screaming sound.
Thank you for calling your National Weather Service office.
That's kind of unfortunate.
Thank you for calling your National Weather
Jeez, that gets loud.
located on the campus of Brookhaven National Laboratory in Upton, New York. This office serves the New York City metropolitan area, including southeast New York.
Well, that stinks. I'll have to see if we can maybe take apart that handset and figure out why it's doing that. There might just be like the microphone might just be dirty or slightly out of place. Doesn't look like it'd be the easiest thing to take apart though. Alright, Alright, let's record some testing messages to see how good that speakerphone is. The volume and clarity of the audio coming out is quite good. I wonder if it's just as good going in.
3 new messages and 4 old messages. Message 1.
Okay, here we go. We're testing the speakerphone, the AT&T 870 speakerphone. Hopefully the audio is clear. I'm speaking about 15 inches above the telephone, directly at it. I just picked up the telephone, and I don't see where the microphone is. I have no idea. Is the microphone near the speaker? I'm speaking near the speaker. I don't know where it is. Or is this the microphone here on the side? I'm speaking into the side. I don't know where it is. Well, let's move back from the telephone. This is about 2 feet away from the telephone. 3 feet away from the telephone. 4 feet away from the telephone. 5 feet away from the telephone. 6 feet away from the telephone. 7 feet away from the telephone. And this is about 8 feet away from the telephone. And I suspect it might be picking up pretty good. Some of these more like professional grade telephones, they have pretty good speakerphones.
Message 2.
The handset on this thing bites. It's got a horrible screaming. Why is it screaming?
Message 3.
I wonder if the audio is even coming through clearly or not. It probably isn't. I'm an AT&T 870.
End of messages.
Unfortunately, the handset is really screwed up. Hopefully I can get that fixed. On the other hand, the speakerphone is quite good. The audio coming out is super loud and very clear. It remains clear even at the highest setting. And the pickup is very good. It sounds like this is the microphone here on the side. So let's go ahead and call this up and see what the ringer sounds like. And then that'll pretty much wrap up this video. I don't think so that there's any settings related to the ringer. That is a really cool ringer. Oh, it sounds like there's 2 different ones there. There are. What is up with this telephone? It says ringer off, but it's still ringing. I feel like that's not the way it's supposed to be. That's a pretty interesting ringer. Geez, well I guess this is having a multitude of issues, including the ringer, the handset audio, and then my inability to understand how to use it, but that's personal to me. There's got to be a setting for the ringer somewhere, I would think. It certainly was behaving like its own separate entity, but I just don't see any physical switches anywhere for the ringer. That's got to be the piezo ringer up there. A mess. And then this is where the digital ringer comes out of. I'm going to have to see if I can get an instruction manual for this and maybe revisit it. Unfortunately, sometimes the manuals for these older AT&T models are not that easy to find. Uniden is usually easy to find. Uniden has a great historical archive of manuals on the website. VTech, AT&T, not so much. But I'll see what I can find, and I'm going to ask the letter H if he tested this, and if so, was it so screwed up when he tested it?